only for the present problem, but also to prepare country for the future challenges such as rapid urbanization, climate change, pagkadagan sa tao or population growth, and increasing demand also for better public services. So this actually the sixth reform overview, which is aimed to improve governance, efficiency, financially, and disaster response. So these six reforms is also helpful kaya to build the governance that is actually more efficient, more transparent, more accountability, and also more responsive to the citizens. So first reform is actually to expand and deepen the prioritization of clustering. Example, the urban amalgamation under local cooperation to continuously achieve economic scale. So it is actually encourage nearby LGUs to cooperate, because through cooperation or collaboration, they can share resources, they can share services to be able na dali ma-cater ang needs ng mga tao. And then, a collaboration among LGUs will enable economic scale, making public service delivery more affordable and efficient. So, of course, when the LGUs actually work together, so the cost will actually become low. And then the service become better. So, according to Bell et al. In 2013, they emphasized that the interlocal cooperation provides and proves that valuable for smaller qualities in achieving affordable service provision. So it's actually really helpful kayo, especially to those na mga municipalities or cities nga small. So there is a tendency kasi din sila makakatapos good services to their people, but through collaboration, they can give that services to the people. But also the people we serve. So these are the countries who actually practice, kumbaga proven tested na siya, which is sa mga countries, which is the France, Italy, Netherlands, Portugal, and Spain. So Bell and Warren in 2015 emphasized that interlocal cooperation and clustering to actually benefits are not balanced by comparison. Local decision makers must invest in professional management and research. Now, so kung cooperation lang is di kayo siya enough, but they should also invest on proper management, on how to proper management get, and then research. Also, they require to study to be able for them to maximize their potentials. Then, identify the cooperation champion for LG to start initiatives that geographically adjusted neighbors. So, cooperation champions means those leaders can promote teamwork, partnership for those karating ng mga municipalities or cities to be able for them to achieve nila ang common goods, which is to serve the people. And then, second agenda is to Metro Manila should have a metropolitan government with an elected governor and officials for stronger policy. So, Metro Manila is actually the economic center of the country. So, Metro Manila is nationally 16 cities such as Makati, Quezon, Taguig, Pasig, and also about the one municipalities, which is yung Pateros. So, all of these cities and municipalities actually have their own leaders, so of course, and also they have their own zoning policies and regulations. So this is why it mag-cooperate sila kasi kanya-kanya sila eh. But because of this metropolitan government, so they have a chance na hindi ang collaboration between them sa pindot pag ang services na mahanap nila sa tao. So, 1 and 7, 2019 emphasize that formal or informal institutional setup for political governance is currently needed for coordinated development because syempre, lalo ka sa mga modernization. No? So, nanatahira. So, there are actually a lot of challenges nga face na in the future. So, these are the key challenges. First is the fragmented approach causes loss of commercial opportunities, social inequality, growth across regions, urban population projected is up to 75% by 2030 and overcrowding demands synchronized planning and ICT integration. So, this is also actually the mga concepts na the practice added, which is first the Portland Metropolitan Institutional District is in USA. So, directly elected regional government, and then the Tokyo Metropolitan Asia government or the TMG elected by the governor and plus legislative assembly. As well as in Bangkok Metropolitan Administration also elected governor plus legislative assembly and the and Indonesia joint development board plus several local legislation. So this application is money proposed for proposed reform for Metro Manila. So if ever na if ever na mahitabo niya siya, so there will be actually an elected governor, council plus joint development board with national agencies and the Department of Budget, the DOPR, the ICT, and the SCP. So, third reform is actually the barangay or the villages should be converted into administration units, not offices like that by the electoral nurse. So, convert the barangay position from elected post to meritocratically appointed administrative roles, such as first specialized knowledge and through meritocratic selection and also to break the patronage. So, according to Daniel Bell in 2015, they emphasize that political leaders can be transferred more required admin officers build specialized knowledge through formal trainings and experiences. So, di ba, if there is a question, ang mga politicians is mahawatan siya. And there is a tendency also on the badness of building. So, unlike administrative officers, like, remain kalihapon siya, and also the knowledge, and also their training, they can apply in their works. So, Jalin Bell 2019 also emphasized that intense situations, wisdom or experience, and institutional memory drives better decisions. So, second one is the meritocratic selection. So, through competitive exams, straight bidding, and qualified personnel tools ensure capable barangay administrators retain capacity even at the local level. So, appointment by the city or the municipal governments ensure fair, equitable service delivery to avoid also favoritism. Then, breaching patronage. So, the example for example is emphasized that the Philippine government is with 30 politics, patronage and family ties. So, here in the Philippines, instead of meritocratic, merit-based, instead of merit-based, they rely on patronage and family ties. So, Johnson also implies that 2005 emphasized that the Philippines is led by the powerful families. So, Sony Green told that the ordinary people decline aid to avoid becoming their system patron clients. So yung tinatawag natin na utang na loob. So the people is actually avoid this because there are sometimes that those politicians na katabang sa ilaha means to say na tao na siya, alliance. Then think twice before gerrymandering regions, province or city, or means will actually dividing the regions, province or the city. So Batas ng Kulatan 2016 emphasized the geographic conditions are special behavior. Transport goes towards my guiding any partition. So they should consider this na mga if kung sa impact or effect na buhatin nila sila or i-divide sila. Then so this 2011, smaller units receive less national attention, fewer fiscal transfers, and face better change risk. The local government development of foundation, Conrad and the University of 2005, among the nations referable to create new subnational units. And the security model is in India, which is Andaman or Thailand. If under central government by a lieutenant governor is established, Tasan 1, 2 guards the Egypt government. So this is actually the example in reform number 4, which is the Cameroon Survey case of Cameroon Survey proposed to becoming by the Cameroon Rapid. But Governor Luis Raymond Jabarila Jr. is not to be argued that the province might launch its rules, economic law, but evaluate population, ecotourism, tax cut. Kasi dapat i-consider din ng mga problem kung sa effect if yung siya. And also, if ang kaninsang case sa Cameroon Survey, tumakong kasi siya, nagpupayo ang resource na magamit, which is 1.4 billion. So, Senator Joe Ferraro called it gerrymandering. Kasi dili siya, yung purpose is actually political. Kasi political purpose. So the five reform is actually the required minimum percentage of the internal revenue allotment, or now called as national tax allotment, to be automatically given to local governments, maybe enshrined in the Constitution para siya basta makawa. Actually, during the Bandanas reform, so yan agad during that time, 40% ang makuha sa ating cases. So, second one also, the LG, the Local Government Code of 1991, expands the LGU function to give these services, such as give these basic services to the people, such as health services, environmental management, infrastructure. This is actually one of the most extensive organizations in the developing countries, such as like Philippines. So the federal presidents, according to FN Chapter 17, that confederations, revenue distributions formula are defined in Constitution, providing stability and preventing conflict in the future. So, ERA and is that by ordinary legislation, vulnerable to budget cuts. And according also to correction and wrong predict in 2016, they emphasize also that the Latin must match financially capacity. So the proposed reform is actually two constitutional guarantee plus strong accountability measures plus equitable distributions formula and safeguarding laws in extreme public interest. So the last reform is actually to reorganize the governmental structure of disaster response, recovery, and resilience to make them more responsive and avoid multiple sources of authorities. So since Philippines is actually prone to this kind of disaster, mga organize governmental structure pagdating sa disaster response. So, this is actually example in case na Guimaras Wells Field in 2016, according to Skaya and Fernandez in 2014, so the National Task Force Solar 1 of the TNS and its regional counterpart never once collaborated despite related activities. LGU were threatened with more recipients of instructions. The provincial government had minimal participation in distribution, and according to how we did 2010, multiple task forces distributed units of command. So that's why chaos that's why also targeting of the job. During that, the job. So this actually the unified effort need a unified effort under government and intergovernmental cooperation and community and private sector. So not single party unified effort. Multi-agency also coordination is essential, and the LGU as a active participant in that subject. In intergovernmental cooperation, so they need to cross jurisdiction capacities required. Centralized arrangement for calamity flexibility, and the provincial and local also government as key stakeholders. According to SPEA and Fernandez in 2014, the disaster resilience required multi-sectorized, cross-jurisdictional, centralized government. And then the last one is the community and private sector. So institutionalized, multi-sectoral rules, they should also clarify the responsibilities before the emergencies occur. And then the private sector also, example the Metro Nobrisa, example sa Guimaras Wells Field in 2006, so must be integrated. So integration bodies must include also the NGO or the LGUs, private sector, and the academic. That's what we know.